here at Kensington Metropark Nature Center. Welcome to Science with the Metroparks, where we show you short and easy science experiments that you can do in your own home with things you can find around the house or in the pantry. Today, we have a special guest at Science with the Metroparks. He's going to show us how to make your very own comet with things that you can find around your kitchen. Let's bring him in.
Hello everyone, my name is Jean-Luc Maurice Richard Bouvier, but that is too many French names, so you may think of me as Frenchy. I am of course a chef, that is why I am dressed like this. So today we're going to be cooking up a comet. But first we must learn a few things about the comet before we get started. Think of a comet as a dirty snowball. There is more to it than that, but that is one good way to remember it. And it's snow because it is very far out in space, so it is very cold. The part of the comet that we're going to be cooking today is called the nucleus. When we see a comet, we think of the tail, but the nucleus is the part that is way out in space, out past Pluto, and when it comes in close to the sun, it starts to melt, it gets a little fuzzy, and then it leaves a tail behind it. So, ingredients for a comet. We're going to have water, because it is a dirty snowball. Of course, we have to have dirt, some ammonia gas, organic material, and carbon dioxide. I'll explain all of this as we go. So, let us look at the materials we're going to need. You're going to need a mixing bowl, a spoon, actually 2 spoons, because we're going to need one for mixing and one for bringing out ingredients. You're going to need a table and tablecloth, some water, some dirt, a little bit of glass cleaner, organic material. I'm going to use some cornstarch today. Optional, you do not have to have this, but if you want to, you can add some charcoal for your aquarium or a little bit of charcoal that you might use for cooking outside, broken up. That'll give the comet a nice dark appearance. A measuring cup, a plastic bag, and some ice cubes. So let's get started. The very first thing we're going to start with making a dirty snowball. So of course, we're going to need some dirt and some water. I'm going to pour in, we'll start with about a cup of water here. So there is a cup. Our water is going into the mixing bowl. And now we're going to add the dirt. So I'm going to a spoonful. In fact, let's be extra generous. There is 2 spoonfuls of dirt. Now we're going to mix up our dirt. We must mix. This is very important. When you're cooking anything in the kitchen, you must remember to mix all your ingredients thoroughly as you go. So we want to make this nice and dirty water there. Now, a comet also has ammonia gas. If we look at glass cleaner, you will see ammonia D. So this is our way of adding some ammonia gas. 1 little squirt. There. Now we have ammonia in our comet. Again, we want to stir up everything, make sure it is good and mixed. And now, some organic material. Now, organic material is something that will have, some carbon atoms in it. So, corn, grass. I mean, you could get a handful of grass and put it in there. It would still be organic material. But seeing as we're using things in the kitchen, here we go. A little bit of cornstarch is into our mixture. Now we have some dirty water with cornstarch in it. There we go. And now, the next ingredient, I'm going to add a little bit of charcoal. This is where your hands can get dirty. So you want to make sure, if you're doing any of this, that maybe you want to see if your parents will allow you to do this first, just because it can get a little messy. This is why we must always have our tablecloth down. So, stir everything up. There we go. And then what we will do is add some ice cubes. And in order to have your comet nucleus, you're going to have to put it in the freezer for a little bit, but we're going to add some ice cubes. There we go. And then all of this, we will pour into our bag, tie up the bag, and then put it in the freezer. I will show you one that I had done earlier. here is a model comet. So this is what a comet looks like when it's way out in space, way past Pluto. It's just a frozen chunk of dirty snow way out there. As it moves in close to the sun, it starts to melt, and then it will leave little particles behind it. So the sun is here, leaves little particles behind it, and that is what the tail is, back over here. Now, today, we're going to speed up the freezing process with a secret ingredient I'm going to use. Oh, and I almost forgot. You must always put carbon dioxide into your comet, which is very easy. Watch as I show you how to make carbon dioxide. Ready? Everybody inhale. Oxygen goes in. Exhale. Carbon dioxide comes out. So, put carbon dioxide in your mixture. There. Now we have carbon dioxide in our comet. So it is time for our secret ingredient today, which will freeze the comet very quickly. So first, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to grab my bag, and we're going to pour all of our mixture into this. There we go. And now I'm going to add a secret magical freezing ingredient to make our freezing go much faster. Oh, it's fighting with me. Here we go. And what is wonderful about this is going to make smoke. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Even though it's not Halloween, ooh, look. Impressive, yo. Okay, a little bit more of our secret ingredient. This is a secret ingredient that you would not have. So at home, you're going to put in the ice, and then you're going to put it into the freezer. But here, I am going to try to make a quick comet. Oh, I need a little bit more water. Oh, and that way we get some more smoke. I just like making the smoke. There we go. Here is my Comet Nucleus right there. You see all the little dust. So again, coming close to the sun, leaving that dust behind. There we go. So hopefully you have enjoyed watching me make this. It will take you a little while to put yours in the freezer. It will probably take overnight. Leave it in the freezer, then you can take it out the next day. Here's our comet, and if you want to test out your nucleus, you can take it out into your driveway and throw it and see what would happen. If a comet is going to hit a big piece of rock, who's going to win? Comet or rock? That is your homework to find out what is going to happen. So, thank you for watching us on Science with the Metroparks. Remember to like and subscribe. Au revoir!